wouldn't want to say in public because this is on. Yeah.
Oh, I just love that music. Oh gosh, I tell you.
I told you one more week to go.
I feel like I'm at Salisbury Beach going on that brand new carousel they just put up. My God. What is it? One more week?
One more week. I thought I found a piece yesterday, but it turns out it's not royalty free. So,
isn't that something? How the aggravation they cause you?
Yep.
Unbelievable. How's everything on Plum Island?
Everything on Plum Island is great.
No problems with water or anything like that?
There's always water problems, but yeah.
No. I mean,
I can still get on and off the island.
That's a good thing. Yep. What is there? One road?
One road.
Yeah, that's healthy.
Hasn't been.
That's good. How many people live there?
I don't know how many people live on the island, to be honest with you. I should know.
One road.
One road.
I can't even.
And it's only been flooded once since I lived there.
Well, that's
But
good.
I managed to get out. And while I was out at
you got the WA vehicle. I mean,
I was at the gym and I ran into a guy with a Plum Island shirt and I goes, "Have you heard anything about the island?" He goes, "Yeah, the road's closed off." And I goes, "So I was closed off the island instead of on the island."
Wow, so you can't even get the Newburyport.
Yeah.
Hey, you know who we have with us? We have two of our favorite people. And someone that I always look forward to sharing the microphone with. And through the years, and we were talking about this off the air, I probably met Mary Ann back in 1998, maybe. And it was at a place called the BVI, Bedford Village Inn. Okay. Really nice restaurant.
Yep.
And she was doing a cooking and signing and the whole 9 yards. And I went up with Lucille and I said, my name is Mike and this is my wife, Lucille Lomazzo. Mm-hmm. And Mary Ann, I don't know if you remember this, but you turned around and you said to me, which I thought I found pretty cool. You said to me, Lomazzo. Oh, that sings. And I'll never forget. I never, ever forgot that.
I like that.
So that's pretty
cool. Lomazzo,
it's something. It for some reason it just etched into my little brain cells, and I don't have that many, but it's still up there. But I want to thank you very, very much for taking the time out. I know you got a busy schedule this afternoon, and everybody, welcome to the Sicilian Corner. A very dear friend. A pleasure to be with Mary Ann Esposito and her husband, Guy Esposito. Guys, it's a pleasure to have you on board with us today, and everything's under control.
Yes, right?
Yes.
Everything's
I didn't know, Guy, what kind of a frame of mind you would be in, because I know everybody I'm talking to that tries to grow vegetables this year, especially tomatoes, they're having an awful time. I know I have just 2 plants that one of my listeners dropped off at the house, and something, I've eaten 1 tomato so far. That's it.
Yeah.
And that's Guy, maybe you can explain this to me. I'm getting a little bit of blackness at the bottom of the tomato. What causes that? I mean, these are implanted. They're not touching the ground or anything like that.
That's called blossom end rot, and it's due to a calcium deficiency in your soil. So before you plant tomatoes next year, really reinvigorate the soil with lime.
Really? And I wouldn't mind, but Lou, I went out, I bought a couple of big bags of Miracle Grow, and you would think that would have enough nutrients in it.
You need lime in the soil. The soil is too acidic for some reason, and you need to neutralize that. The lime will do it.
I'm so glad you joined us this morning.
Well, for God's sake, if you read my book, you know that
okay, all right. I'll play along. What book is that, Mary Ann?
Oh, this is my latest book, Ciao Italia.
What is that called? Plant, Harvest, and Cook?
Yes. And in here, I talk about those darn tomatoes and the blossom end rot. Of course, I have to couch this by saying that everything I know about the garden, I have learned from Gaetano. And that's why I was able to write that book.
Well,
Wow.
actually, she did.
It touches a nerve with a lot of people, and it's very, you signed a book for me, and you signed the book for Barbara, and something. I love all your books. I really do.
Oh, thank you.
There's one in particular, 100 recipes. What the heck is it? It's one book. Yeah, it was one of the earlier ones, and
oh my God,
I just love. Yeah. Well, something. I'm not a recipe guy. I'm not. I like to wing it, and chances are more than likely that if I do the same dish twice, it's going to be slightly different.
Absolutely.
Oh, we all cook like that. Yeah.
Which I mean, some people, if it says a quarter of a cup,
right,
it's a quarter of a cup.
Yeah. Well, a cookbook is only a guide. It's an opportunity for you to show your individuality and your ingenuity. I mean, I don't cook from recipes. I never cook from recipes, but I have to write recipes for people who have to follow a recipe, and that's why we have recipe books.
Yeah.
But I just wing it. I just what do we have today? This is the way Italians cook. What's
That's
in the
right.
fridge, what's in the garden,
what's available.
What's available.
And simple. I think Italian food in general, it's what's at hand.
Yeah.
And I think you'll agree with me. You've said that quite a few times on your shows.
Yes.
I just want to mention, Mary Ann, that Andy Parisi is saying good morning. Nancy DeMarco, she's saying hello. Roger Trudell. And Roger says good morning to all of you. What a beautiful morning. And I have to say, his wife, cucumbers, I guess, Guy, there's a lot of cucumbers around this year.
Oh, yeah.
And she decided she was going to make pickles out. She got a whole refrigerator full of it. And she brought me over a half a gallon of pickles in a couple of smaller jars. And boy, I have to tell you, they're delicious. They're delicious. Louis, do we have?
Yeah, your buddy Tony Pombazano was on.
Tony Pombazano, the president of the St. Delphio Society. Good morning, Tony. How are you?
Good morning, Michael, and good morning to Mary Ann, who I understand is your guest today, special guest.
Yeah, and her husband, Guy, and we're just talking about produce. And do you grow anything, Tony? Do you have a garden?
Yeah, I like most people, I try to have a green thumb, and I guess mine is
I think.
But I try. Yeah, this year, the typical, we do a lot of fresh herbs, basil, a lot of that kind of stuff.
Wonderful.
Mint, obviously tomatoes, cucumbers, squash. So
cool.
Cucumbers and squash did well, but the tomatoes, I think it's too much water.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, the tomatoes. I got a lot of split tomatoes, which is unfortunate because I think they just absorb too much water. But that's not why that's not why I called. I called first off to thank Mary Ann for her generous acceptance to come in to do a food demonstration and to sign some autographs at this year's 100th feast. So we're very, very excited to have her there. And I hope she's as excited as we are because there's been a lot of buzz about her coming and being able to meet her. And I guess after we'll do some book signings and stuff. So that'll be Saturday, I think Saturday, 4:30.
4:30.
Under the cafe. Mike Fusco is coordinating. He's been working with Chris, who is, I think, Mary Ann's son, who does a lot of her marketing work. So we are really, really excited to have Mary Ann come and celebrate our 100th with us. And as you know, Mike, I was on the show with you last week. As you know, we have an incredible lineup of events and activities and entertainment. And one of the highlights, obviously, is having Mary Ann with us. So, Mary Ann, thank you again. And I look forward to meeting you in person in a couple of weeks. And if there's anything you need, please don't hesitate to have Chris send us an email or text.
Well, thank you. I'm looking forward to it, too. It should be a lot of fun, especially I think I'm going to make Mikey my sous chef that day.
Ooh.
Oh,
I like that idea.
Very good.
Leave Mikey alone. I'm very shy.
I think Mike's just is He's got a new self moniker. I think we're gonna have to call him Mr. Pickles from now on.
Yeah, really. Man, I got more pickles. It's unbelievable. Tony, I appreciate you calling and saying hello. And truthfully, I just want to say that you've done one hell of a job organizing this 100th feast. I know you've had a lot of help. Your co-chairs are unbelievable. The board is unbelievable. And you know something? It's so many moving parts to make a feast successful, Louis. It's
imagine,
unbelievable. It really is.
It really
And, you know something, guy? I salute you, pal.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And again, Bonafest to everybody, and we'll look forward to seeing everybody in the next couple of weeks. Thank you.
Okay. Ciao.
It sounds good. I know, Mary Ann, you've got a busy schedule ahead of you this afternoon. And you know something, doing it remotely, it's not quite as nice as having you sit alongside of me. That's for sure.
Next
And, you know, we don't get a chance to go.
Why did she not come in? Why did you guys not come in?
They're too busy.
I was surprised.
They're too busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
She
had
has an appointment early this afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I made time for you this morning. So, but the next time I will come into the studio.
All right.
Because
That's
I
a
want to
big.
bring Lou a nice bottle of wine.
Oh, nice.
Don't tease them now. Look at it. That's the biggest smile we've had out of them all morning. Hey, I just
The
want
only thing better than guests bringing food is guests bringing alcohol. That's the only thing.
Mary Ann, I'm looking at you and Guy side by side. And how many years you guys been married?
Oh, you don't want
Too many.
Oh God.
No, lay it on me, baby.
How many years?
50 plus.
What'd you do? You had to ask him?
No.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even like him.
She's precise. She wanted to be exactly sure, but let's just say 50 plus. That's all.
And did you guys meet in high school?
Well, we went to the same high school, but we didn't hang out together.
That was in New York?
Yeah, in Lancaster, New York. I mean, it wasn't really
Western New York.
You
upstate.
know how we hooked up? We were at a party. I was invited to a party for a priest friend of ours who we both had in high school, who was going to go
party.
Yeah. He was going to go.
Been really
he was
pretty
going to
cool.
Tanzania.
Yeah.
He was going to Africa, and we wanted to go to the party, support him, and say goodbye, and all of that. And that's where I saw Guy again. We were in college at that point, right? Yeah, we were in college.
Juniors in college.
Not in the same college, but we were in college. I mean, can't you see the halos on our head? We went to Catholic elementary school, Catholic high school, and Catholic colleges.
In your sophomore year, the guy wrote something in your book. And what did he actually put?
He wrote in my yearbook, "Good luck, you need it." See how that came back.
And you ended up marrying this guy?
Yeah, I kept the yearbook too.
Turned out to be bad luck for her.
You know something? I think it's wonderful. 50 plus years.
Yeah.
I had 53 with Lucille.
Yes.
And we dated for 4 years before that. So, 57 years.
Yeah.
We actually met, believe it or not, Mary Ann, in Lawrence High School in Italian class.
Oh.
Mr. Rossi's Italian class. What are the odds, Lou? What are the odds?
Not bad, actually.
I mean, really.
Yeah.
But it was a good ride. Had a lot of fun.
Yes.
Saw a lot, did a lot.
Yeah.
And if it was to end today, I'd go out with a smile. And I mean that sincerely.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention to you something that it's somewhat personal, but this morning I was on Ciao Italia's website, and I pulled up the feast show, and you really liked Aaron Caruso.
Yes.
And Aaron's got a voice and a half, and one of the nicest singers and entertainers that I ever met.
Mm-hmm.
But you had pictures, because the whole show, the 30-minute show, Lou, was taken at the feast. Wow. That was the whole show.
Nice.
And it aired on PBS nationally.
Mm-hmm.
There was a group by the name of the Gaylords. I don't know, Mary Ann, if you ever heard of them.
Yeah, of course.
Gaylords? Yeah. Britt Benaldi and I became very good friends. And Britt lives in Nevada, Lake Tahoe.
Mm-hmm.
And he called me up one day. He says, "What kind of an advertising budget do you guys have?" And I had no clue.
Yep.
I had no clue because I didn't even know it was airing. Because I guess you do certain sections of the country first and kind of move.
No, what we do is we offer these shows to PBS, and then
Okay.
they go to all these stations nationwide. But once the programmer gets it, he or she can decide when they want to air it.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well,
Nevada may see it in February and Michigan in April or something like that.
well, your show happened to be on TV, and Britt's looking at it, and it's all about the Feast of the Three Saints.
Yeah.
And he calls me up. Geez, I can't believe you guys are doing national television. It was really funny. But my point was, I was looking at the parade.
Yeah.
And that you filmed. And as they're marching by, all the guys are marching by, I'm looking at the members who are no longer with us.
Yeah.
And it got to me.
Yeah.
It really did. That in the interview you did in the church with Andy Parisi, not Andy Parisi. I'm looking at his name in front of me over here. Tony Panisi.
Mhm.
And talk about having a perfect person in place at that time while she's doing the interview. It had to be Tony, because he knows more about the life of the Three Saints than any member we had.
Mhm.
He has since gone away. He's in a better place.
Mhm.
But geez, I had tears rolling down my eyes this morning. I'm saying, what the heck is wrong with me?
But
I mean-
isn't it nice that you have that exists, because you can always go back. It's like my daughter said, "Mom, when you're gone, you'll still be here because you're on video."
Mhm.
You always-
Okay.
You think about how many lives
Oh.
you've touched. And I mean, it must be a nice feeling. I mean, we have Madonna, you have Cher. I mean, now we have Marianne. You go by one name.
Wow.
That's all you have to say is Marianne. Everybody knows who
God,
that
I'm
is.
not in their company at all. I mean, those are
Oh, yes, you are.
people.
And
I'm
Taylor
just-
Swift, add Taylor Swift to that, and we're good to go.
Taylor
Quite a
Swift.
group.
Yeah, quite a
Yeah.
group. I mean, people are identified by one name,
Oh yeah. Okay.
Marianne.
Well,
Yeah.
that's names, but
Beyonce,
Yeah.
Marianne.
All right.
Cher, Marianne. Guy, you know what I'm talking about? Guy, you with me? Is he sleeping? No, he's not sleeping.
He's listening.
Right. Wave to me, baby. Hey, listen, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we have a lot of things to discuss. You stay with us. We'll be right back.
God. Very funny.
Ciao, this is Esther of You, Me, and Sicily. I want to talk to you about Tommy Amin and the great staff at Butcher Boy Market. Families, foodies, and home chefs come together at Butcher Boy to talk good food and create traditions. They offer the best in quality cuts of beef, pork, lamb, poultry, and restaurant-style steaks and chops. Produce? All of their produce is hand-selected to complement any meal or even to make it your main course. Their deli serves fresh roast beef, turkey, and beautiful imported Italian cold cuts, cheeses, and antipasto. And don't forget the Butcher Boy Bakery, featuring sweet delectables from all over the state, as well as their very own bakery. That's Butcher Boy, where the secret to a great steak is, of course, the steak. Located at 1077 Osgood Street in North Andover, Massachusetts, in the Butcher Boy Plaza. Ciao!
This is David from the Sicilian Corner. You know, Mike, Tom, and I love to go to Salisbury Beach, but we love different things and can never agree where to go. Tom likes the casual family-style dining with a great Italian cuisine, Capri's seaside Italian kitchen and pizzeria. Me? I love the elegant romantic vibe Sea Glass with the amazing view and terrific menu, with prices that make it the place you want to visit each and every week. Mike loves a drink in his hand and a cool ocean breeze right off the surf and the rhythms of a cooler reggae band. We all know Mike loves Bob Marley tunes at Surfside. Who doesn't love a great show? National acts, comedy, regional favorites, and the beautiful and intimate Blue Ocean Concert Hall. Lucky for us, Atlantic Hospitality is the host of all of these great places, and they treat everyone like they are Mike Lamazzo. Best of all, we never have to choose. Park the car once and all this fun is right at your fingertips. You can have it all in the heart of Salisbury Beach. Find out all the ways you can have a great night at Salisbury Beach at northshorepavilion.com. And Mike, Tom, and I will see you there.
This is Tom Zappola. Located in the heart of downtown Haverhill, the Haverhill Beef Company is a full-service, old-fashioned butcher shop and meat market that continues to be a valued family tradition since 1952. Peter and Monica Carboni's Haverhill Beef offers individualized service from an outstanding selection of marinated sirloin tips, homemade sausage, marinated chicken, and thick, juicy Chairman Reserve steaks. Your family deserves the best, so call Peter at 978-374-4795 or visit their website at www.haverhillbeef.com.
Hi, this is Mike, and I would like to tell you about the Deborah Care Law Offices, a firm that is focused on estate planning, probate, trust administration, and elder law issues. You will feel comfortable discussing important issues concerning both you and your loved ones, as well as having the information you need to make an informed decision about your family's future. How do I know? Because I'm a client of Dan Deborah Care. If you want to have peace of mind knowing that your loved ones are protected, call Deborah Care Law Offices today. In Massachusetts, 978-686-4645. In New Hampshire, 603-894-4141.
At Catadella Funeral Home, we reinvest in our business to provide your family with the best facilities. It begins with a beautifully landscaped exterior, parking for 250 vehicles, and a comfortable and inviting access to our renovated interior. Funerals can be costly, so you should review and compare plans to make sure you receive services that are fairly priced. I invite you to experience the Catadella difference in cost, facility, and service.
Catadella's honoring and celebrating the lives of the people we loved, providing exceptional care since 1929.
Italian artisan cuisine combines simple, fresh ingredients with time-honored preparation to create an incredible culinary experience. At Tuscan Kitchen, located in Salem's historic Depot District, talented chefs prepare everything in-house from scratch for all to see. Guests enjoy their meal literally in our kitchen as food is prepared right in front of you. Wood ovens burn from morning till night, roasting vegetables, baking bread, and firing delightful thin-crust pizzas. Prime steaks are seared on a wood grill. A rotisserie slowly roasts marinated whole chickens and lamb, while a pasta maker creates fresh fettuccine. More than just artisan cuisine, Tuscan Kitchen features the wine bar, live entertainment, weekly wine tastings, and elegant private dining and event space. Call 603-952-4875 or visit TuscanKitchen.com to make a reservation and learn more about the culinary adventure that awaits. In Italy, cooking is an art form. Tuscan Kitchen. Experience artisan Italian.
Orthopedics Northeast and Essex Orthopedics have joined forces as Mobility Bone and Joint Institute to bring improved access and outstanding medical care. While our name has changed, our dedication to exceptional care remains the same as it has for the past 30 years. Same location, 16 Pelham Road, Salem, New Hampshire.
This Labor Day weekend, bring your entire family for the 100th annual Feast of the Three Saints in Lawrence. The best Italian food, free parking, and free entertainment. Stop by the Beer and Wine Gardens, and you'll love the entertainment. A spectacular lineup of talent throughout the weekend. Friday night, enjoy a Phantom of the Opera performance. You'll also see reggae rock artist Joe Samba perform live on stage. Saturday, Chef Ann Esposito from the PBS series Ciao Italia will hold cooking demonstrations. And Saturday night at 8 on the bandstand, it's the Tre Santi Siciliani Orchestra with tenor Salvatore Bonafini. Come celebrate 100 years of Italian food, fun, and entertainment at this year's Feast of the Three Saints, September 1st through the 3rd in Lawrence. Follow the signs from the Marston Street exit on 495. Sponsored in part by Tuscan Brands, Market Basket, Tripoli Bakery, JG's Ice Cream and Fun Center, Catadella Funeral Home, Trident, Essex Companies, Donna's Sausage, and Jackson Lumber and Millwork. Visit threesaintsinc.org.
This is Cindy
and Mike Kunstler,
owners and operators of Four Oaks Country Club and Grazie Italian Restaurant in Drake, Massachusetts.
Grazie Italian Restaurant is the hidden gem of the Merrimack Valley.
Why is that?
We have an incredible chef, Oscar Figueroa.
In the words of local famous chef and restaurant owner Lydia Shire,
Oscar thrives on hard work.
He is capable and gifted.
No one makes better food. Scallops, seared to perfection.
House-made ravioli with farm-fresh local corn.
And buttery tender Lazy Man's lobster, just to name a few.
You have to come experience Grazie Italian Restaurant for yourself.
Grazie Italian Restaurant, located at Four Oaks Country Club, 80 Meadow Creek Drive in Drake, Massachusetts. Hope to see you soon.
And we are back. Marianne, I was trying to remember the book that I refer to quite a bit, and that's the Great American Recipe Cooking Book, 100 Recipes. And that's the book that I kind of rely on quite a bit. And, you know, something, I get some good ideas from it. You've been in production now for, what, over 30 years?
30 years. We're seeking our funding now for our 31st season.
Okay. All right.
Still making Ciao Italia the longest running continuous cooking show in the U.S.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. I want to ask you, I'm sorry, Lou?
Phone call.
Oh, we have a call. All right. Marianne, you have a call.
Okay.
Caller, you're on the air.
It's Roger. Go ahead, Roger.
Good morning, Mike and Guy and Marianne.
Good morning.
It's an honor and a pleasure to speak with you.
Thanks, Roger.
And I just want to say before I say anything else, Marianne and Guy, you two are no doubt a very good New Hampshire treasure. You really inspire people.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. That's very sweet of you. Yes.
Again, I'm a fan of both of you, Marianne, how you cook, Guy, how you garden, and your wine expertise. I don't know how so much competence gets into a couple. I have no idea how that happens.
Roger, you know, I know how you like to plant things, and you want an unbelievable garden, and Guy does also. You should really take a look at Marianne's book. Plant, harvest, cook.
You mean this one?
Oh, you happen to have it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. There's some great tips in there and different recipes, simple recipes, stuff that you have in the house all the time.
Right.
It's really very, very, very good. You know?
Again, the only thing I would want to add to Marianne, the title of Marianne's book, which I think is inspiring.
You want to add to the title?
There's a plant, harvest, and cook. I think there's a word missing in there. And every gardener, and I know Guy knows this, it's called share.
Amen, brother. Amen. I like that.
Every gardener I know, share.
Absolutely correct. You are right on. Yeah.
Hey, Roger.
Roger, do you need some zucchini? I can supply you. You know, because that's something everybody does.
Wow.
Holy cow.
And I just have one suggestion for Guy.
Okay.
This year I had extremely good success with cucumbers, and I found two different types that worked extremely well. I don't know if you've ever grown before. One of them would be a gherkin, and the other one is called a silver slicer.
Mm.
Oh,
I can't believe how big gherkins get.
Right.
That's new. It's new to me.
yeah. What type are you growing this year?
We're growing market more and bush cucumber.
Wow.
Takes less space.
Yeah, and we don't like them big. We like them small because no seeds.
Yeah, small and no seeds. I love that.
Hey, Roger, I want to thank you very much for giving us a call.
Hello.
And it's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to hear from you.
Marianne's got another call. So.
Marianne's busy right now, so
that was Roger.
No, that's real professional. No, go ahead.
Thank you, Roger.
Get it out of your system.
Ciao, Roger.
Bye.
All right, so Marianne, let me see that zucchini again.
Oh yeah, this is a guy can tell you this is one of his favorites. See?
All right, so I just want to cut it in half and grill it, but I need a protein with it. What would you just for a like snack, less than a meal, just grill that zucchini up, and what would you serve with it?
Oh my God, I just did this morning. What I did was, it's a little different than what you're asking me, but let me tell you what I did.
Yep.
I sliced this. I cut these in half this way. Then I sliced them longitudinally, and I put some olive oil and some fresh oregano, salt and pepper, Italian spices in a bowl, and mixed all these slices together. Then I put them on a bake sheet and I baked them till they were floppy because I wanted them to be all cooked.
Yep.
So when they were floppy, I filled them with mushrooms and oregano and cheese, and I rolled them up like rollatini and put them in Guy's fresh tomato sauce, baked them in the oven. With the other half, I did a zucchini lasagna. So I had these slices of zucchini, and I cooked some Italian sausage out of the casing, got that all together. And then I made layers of this, the sausage, cheese, tomato, basil, continued like that, ended with cheese and sauce in the oven.
Nice.
So, I mean, those are two really good, healthy dishes. If you didn't want the meat, Lou, you could just leave that out.
Yeah.
And do the sliced zucchini. The other thing we like to do with these when they're huge, this one's not huge. What is this one called again?
This is Florentina.
Florentina.
Zucchini Florentina.
It's ridged. So when you cut into it, it looks like a ratchet,
Oh, I see. Yep.
Here.
Yeah.
I like this one in particular because it has few seeds.
Yep.
Even when it gets bigger. And the other thing is it has a nice nutty flavor.
Yes.
Oh.
My favorite for this is to cut it in half and then cut it into wedges, and then saute them with onions, garlic, a little red pepper, and you can throw a little white wine in there too, though you don't have to. And then keep them crunchy though, don't make them
mushy. Yeah.
And then when that's done, you take your pasta and you put it in there and you stir the hell out of it. And then you serve it. And it's awesome.
It's good.
I have
pecorino cheese.
Go ahead, Guy.
No, I said a little pecorino cheese will kill you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's you got a good point. I was just gonna say, I am so glad I'm Italian. I mean, Jesus, Mary Joseph.
And Lou, in case you're looking for a tip for tomatoes.
Yes.
Okay. See this knife?
Yeah.
I had a nickel for every time I suggested this knife. I'm not a spokesman for any knife company. I probably would be very wealthy, but this is called a tomato knife, and it's ridged here. See, it's serrated. So when you cut into the tomato, it doesn't tear the tomato. It makes a nice, clean cut. It's also good for soft cheeses like, a mozzarella or a brie, something like that. So when you're cutting tomatoes, you really should use a knife like this. You can find them in, any store online. So
nice.
That's nice. I don't have one of those.
Now here's the kinds of tomatoes that Guy's growing in his garden. So can you see those?
Mm-hmm.
So he's got sun gold, right? This is sun gold, and it's really it's like candy. It's really good. And then unfortunately, the tomato that I absolutely love for sauce is this tomato, this plum tomato, which is called ridotta. And if you go on our website, you can see how I dried these tomatoes and put them in olive oil. So then you have them all winter long. But it's a good pulpy, very meaty tomato. And when people say to me, "Oh, I grew San Marzano," I say, "No, you didn't." "Oh, yeah, I got the seeds for San Marzano." No, you didn't. What you grew was a plum tomato. Not every plum tomato is a San Marzano. Because if it is a San Marzano, it has to come from one place, San Marzano.
Really?
So when you see cans that say San Marzano, if it says just San Marzano, forget it.
You need to see the DOC on it.
You need to see the DOP.
DOP.
That tells you that those tomatoes that are packed whole, never chopped up or diced, are from San Marzano, Italy. Everything else that says certified or San Marzano, that's just a gimmick. That is not, no, all those people are never going to sponsor my show. But because I'm telling you the truth. If it's does not say DOP, you only have a plum tomato.
Believe it or not, my Irish grandfather used to grow these, and I would go raid his garden and just eat them.
Just like that.
Just
There's
a
nothing
little
better.
olive oil and a little salt. And he was putting up fences to keep the animals out, and all the time
it was you killing them,
eating the tomatoes.
Making them go. Marianne, a quick question for you.
Yeah.
You said you've been in productions now for over 30 years.
Yes.
do you still get nervous when that camera starts to roll?
No.
Not at all.
I've never been nervous because, I draw on first of all, you can't teach somebody something that you don't know or don't have a passion for.
Right.
So if you have those two things, then you're secure in your own, your own information, your own delivery. The other thing is, in the early days, of course, I was a high school teacher before I went into this career. So I drew on my ability to teach a class, to be in front of a group. So when I see a camera coming at me, I just block all that. I see a person. And my classroom is large. It's, nationwide. We have 1.3 million viewers.
Wow. How many?
1.3 million.
Every show.
Watch Ciao Italia.
Every time it's broadcast.
Every time it's broadcast. And,
and the
now,
Feast of the Three Saints was out there to everybody out there.
Exactly.
Unbelievable.
And that show lives online now. If you go to our website, ciaoitalia.com, and you click on seasons, and if you clicked on 215, there you are.
Yeah,
those always they'll live online forever. It's like my daughter says, Mom, you're going to live online forever.
You're going to live forever.
Marianne,
You mentioned teaching. Are you still teaching at BU, the online course?
I taught the online course. That was an experiment during COVID,
Oh, okay.
But I haven't taught it since. And I haven't been back there really since COVID, but they did contact me this year and they want me to come back and teach a class. And what I did do for the culinary program there was under the Ann Esposito Foundation, I established the Rebecca Alsid Award, which is named for the director, Rebecca Alsid, who started the culinary programs at Boston University, and was she was the vision behind the programs that now exist there. So this award is given to culinary students who must compete each year. They must choose a region of Italy and study it intensely for its local products. And then they need to develop a menu based on that region and its foods, prepare a 3-course menu, which is then discussed among the judges. And that's how we award the money from the
scholarship.
The scholarship from the foundation. So the foundation is set up to help culinary students achieve their dreams. And we've provided scholarships not only for students at Boston University, but New York City Tech, the Walnut Hill School in Philadelphia, the St. Mary's High School hospitality program in Lancaster, New York. So anyone who is, serious about the study of Italian food and wants a career in that, in that realm, can apply for this award.
Can Mike and I be judges? We want to be judges.
Absolutely.
You're going to be the sous chef for her.
Okay.
There you go. I just wanted to say the Sicilian Corner made a donation to your foundation.
Yes, you did.
And wholeheartedly, because I think it's absolutely fantastic.
Very nice.
Thank you again, Mikey. I sent you an email. Thank you.
Well, you didn't have to do that. It come from the bottom of my heart. You wrote your thesis in college on the Italian Renaissance cooking. So you had a seed planted even when you were in college, correct?
Yeah, that was when I was in graduate school.
That was graduate school.
That
Okay.
was graduate school. So yes.
All right. I was just curious where your feel for cooking started, and we're going to get back to that, but I do have to take a break because without sponsors, you know what happens, right, Marianne? There you go. All right, Lou, why don't you take us out the break, and we come back, we'll be talking to Marianne and Guy Esposito.
Ciao, this is Esther of You, Me, and Sicily. I want to talk to you about Tommy Amin and the great staff at Butcher Boy Market. Families, foodies, and home chefs come together at Butcher Boy to talk good food and create traditions. They offer the best in quality cuts of beef, pork, lamb, poultry, and restaurant-style steaks and chops, produce, all of their produce is hand-selected to complement any meal or even to make it your main course. Their deli serves fresh roast beef, turkey, and beautiful imported Italian cold cuts, cheeses, and antipasto. And don't forget the Butcher Boy Bakery, featuring sweet delectables from all over the state, as well as their very own bakery. That's Butcher Boy, where the secret to a great steak is, of course, the steak. Located at 1077 Osgood Street in North Andover, Massachusetts, in the Butcher Boy Plaza. Ciao!
This is David from the Sicilian Corner. You know, Mike, Tom, and I love to go to Salisbury Beach, but we love different things and can never agree where to go. Tom likes the casual family-style dining with the great Italian cuisine, Capri's Seaside Italian Kitchen and Pizzeria. Me? I love the elegant romantic vibe Sea Glass with the amazing view and terrific menu, with prices that make it the place you want to visit each and every week. Mike loves a drink in his hand and a cool ocean breeze right off the surf and the rhythms of a cooler reggae band. We all know Mike loves Bob Marley tunes at Surfside. Who doesn't love a great show? National acts, comedy, regional favorites, and the beautiful and intimate Blue Ocean Concert Hall. Lucky for us, Atlantic Hospitality is the host of all of these great places, and they treat everyone like they are Mike Lamazzo. Best of all, we never have to choose. Park the car once and all this fun is right at your fingertips. You can have it all in the heart of Salisbury Beach. Find out all the ways you can have a great night at Salisbury Beach at northshorepavilion.com. And Mike, Tom, and I will see you there.
This is Tom Zappola. Located in the heart of downtown Haverhill, the Haverhill Beef Company is a full-service, old-fashioned butcher shop and meat market that continues to be a valued family tradition since 1952. Peter and Monica Carboni's Haverhill Beef offers individualized service from an outstanding selection of marinated sirloin tips, homemade sausage, marinated chicken, and thick, juicy Chairman Reserve steaks. Your family deserves the best, so call Peter at 978-374-4795 or visit their website at www.haverhillbeef.com.
Hi, this is Mike, and I would like to tell you about the Deborah Care Law Offices, a firm that is focused on estate planning, probate, trust administration, and elder law issues. You will feel comfortable discussing important issues concerning both you and your loved ones, as well as having the information you need to make an informed decision about your family's future. How do I know? Because I'm a client of Dan Deborah Care. If you want to have peace of mind knowing that your loved ones are protected, call Deborah Care Law Offices today. In Massachusetts, 978-686-4645. In New Hampshire, 603-894-4141.
At Catadella Funeral Home, we reinvest in our business to provide your family with the best facilities. It begins with a beautifully landscaped exterior, parking for 250 vehicles, and a comfortable and inviting access to our renovated interior. Funerals can be costly, so you should review and compare plans to make sure you receive services that are fairly priced. I invite you to experience the Catadella difference in cost, facility, and service.
Catadella's honoring and celebrating the lives of the people we loved, providing exceptional care since 1929.
Italian artisan cuisine combines simple, fresh ingredients with time-honored preparation to create an incredible culinary experience. At Tuscan Kitchen, located in Salem's historic Depot District, talented chefs prepare everything in-house from scratch for all to see. Guests enjoy their meal literally in our kitchen as food is prepared right in front of you. Wood ovens burn from morning till night, roasting vegetables, baking bread, and firing delightful thin-crust pizzas. Prime steaks are seared on a wood grill. A rotisserie slowly roasts marinated whole chickens and lamb, while a pasta maker creates fresh fettuccine. More than just artisan cuisine, Tuscan Kitchen features the wine bar, live entertainment, weekly wine tastings, and elegant private dining and event space. Call 603-952-4875 or visit TuscanKitchen.com to make a reservation and learn more about the culinary adventure that awaits. In Italy, cooking is an art form. Tuscan Kitchen. Experience artisan Italian.
Orthopedics Northeast and Essex Orthopedics have joined forces as Mobility Bone and Joint Institute to bring improved access and outstanding medical care. While our name has changed, our dedication to exceptional care remains the same as it has for the past 30 years. Same location, 16 Pelham Road, Salem, New Hampshire.
This Labor Day weekend, bring your entire family for the 100th annual Feast of the Three Saints in Lawrence. The best Italian food, free parking, and free entertainment. Stop by the Beer and Wine Gardens, and you'll love the entertainment. A spectacular lineup of talent throughout the weekend. Friday night, enjoy a Phantom of the Opera performance. You'll also see reggae rock artist Joe Samba perform live on stage. Saturday, Chef Ann Esposito from the PBS series Ciao Italia will hold cooking demonstrations. And Saturday night at 8 on the bandstand, it's the Tre Santi Siciliani Orchestra with tenor Salvatore Bonafini. Come celebrate 100 years of Italian food, fun, and entertainment at this year's Feast of the Three Saints, September 1st through the 3rd in Lawrence. Follow the signs from the Marston Street exit on 495. Sponsored in part by Tuscan Brands, Market Basket, Tripoli Bakery, JG's Ice Cream and Fun Center, Catadella Funeral Home, Trident, Essex Companies, Donna's Sausage, and Jackson Lumber and Millwork. Visit threesaintsinc.org.
This is Cindy,
And Mike Kunstler.
owners and operators of Four Oaks Country Club and Grazie Italian Restaurant in Drake, Massachusetts.
Grazie Italian Restaurant is the hidden gem of the Merrimack Valley.
Why is that?
We have an incredible chef, Oscar Figueroa.
In the words of local famous chef and restaurant owner Lydia Shire,
Oscar thrives on hard work.
he is capable and gifted.
No one makes better food. Scallops, seared to perfection.
House-made ravioli with farm-fresh local corn.
And buttery, tender, lazy man's lobster, just to name a few.
You have to come experience Grazie Italian Restaurant for yourself.
Grazie Italian Restaurant, located at Four Oaks Country Club, 80 Meadow Creek Drive in Drake, Massachusetts. Hope to see you soon.
And we are back, as they say. Our guest once again, Ann Esposito, and her husband, Guy. And it's always a pleasure to have you guys on board with us. Back in 1980, you guys took a trip to Italy.
That guy's throwing an eggplant at you.
I'm sorry?
Guy's throwing an eggplant at you.
Oh, you're throwing an eggplant at me.
No.
Ah.
Mikey, I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
To salt or not to salt?
I would salt it first and then wipe it off just to get the bitterness out of it once I cut it.
Wrong.
The tip is
I got buzzed.
You see how small this is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
It's not bitter. It's not bitter at all.
Right.
Let's see. This one is, 4 inches.
Okay. All right. That's a small baby.
Yeah, we pick them all like this.
No kidding.
Yeah.
You're all right, Guy. You know that?
Yeah,
I don't care what Ann says about you. You're all right.
Can I ask Ann to settle a debate at home, Ann?
Go ahead.
Because I have a non-Italian girlfriend, and we
Okay.
go over this with pasta all the time. And
Yeah.
my thing is salt in the water, oil afterwards.
Absolutely.
You are absolutely correct. No oil in the water. That's a
Yeah,
huge
she puts oil in the
no-no.
water. Yeah.
But you want enough salt in the water so that it's almost like sea salt. It's almost like tasting seawater. People don't put enough salt in the water because pasta by itself is nothing. I mean, it has no flavor. You got to really salt the water. But going back to this, to salt or not, you said salt. Ha! No. Yes, if you have jumbos, but no, if you have this size, because it's the seeds. That's where the bitterness lies.
Oh, okay.
And if you pick these when they're young, I mean, this has nothing in it. There are no seeds in this. So you don't have to do that. You can eliminate that whole process.
I have a question. When I was growing up, my mom, Sarah, who was just a peach. I mean, my mother, I know everybody feels like that about their mother, but I used to watch her making a salad, and she would get a cucumber, Guy, and she would cut off the ends and then rub it up against the cucumber in each side. And I was doing that the other day, and Barbara said to me, "Hey, that's funny. You know, my mother did the same thing." Is there any truth that it takes the bitterness out of a cucumber?
I have no idea. My mother did that, and that was her answer too. It takes the bitterness out of it. But I don't.
It's just a tradition. You just get forced to seeing it, and I thought, maybe there was some truth to it. I've been dying to ask you that question, or Mary Ann.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, when they're big, they can get bitter. When they're small,
Mary Ann, that's one of the reasons, Mary Ann, you need to listen to the Sicilian Corner, because you learn a lot from this show. All right.
I do.
I know you've been on the Today Show. I know all the different shows you've been on, the Food Network.
Yeah. Well,
This
no,
is
I
the
do
thing
learn
I
a lot. I
find.
learn a lot from people, from fellow cooks, and no, I do. But here's another tip. So we have this nice basil right here,
Mhm.
and you know how it goes limp? You leave it on the counter or something, or put it in the
Right.
fridge, and it
Right.
just goes limp.
Yeah,
Here's the trick.
or if you buy it in a grocery store and you
You bring it home,
and it looks like
hell. Yeah.
like
So
it's half dead. What you do is you cut the stems, you crush the lower inch of it,
with a hammer.
and then you gently, you don't smash it to smithereens, but you crush it, and then you put it in water.
Hmm.
And then the secret
is
you put a plastic bag over it
just
on
like
the
that.
counter.
Wow.
And within 2 to 3 hours, the plant will revive.
It'll be beautiful. And you can do it with parsley too, or any other herb that looks like it's, leaving the earth at that moment.
Don't ask
You
me
know-
how it works.
Yeah.
A Lebanese friend of ours showed us.
I think there's something in the bag itself. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
It acts like a little greenhouse, but there's got to be something in the bag composition.
Yeah. Marianne, how would you freeze basil?
Well, I don't like to freeze basil, to tell you the truth. But what I usually do, if I do it, is I take the leaves and I wipe them off, with a paper towel. Don't wet them, because basil hates water on its leaves. It hates
Yes.
cold, and it hates water on its leaves. So I just wipe them with you've eaten things, with more dirt on them than fresh basil. And then we sandwich them in sandwich bags, layer them in sandwich bags, put them
Right.
in the freezer. The other way to do this is to use salt. Salt is an ancient preservative. It's like
Absolutely.
olive oil and honey. Those are ancient preservatives. Vinegar. So you can put these in a jar, start with some sea salt in the base of a jar, and add, a layer of these leaves, and then more salt, more leaves, more salt. When you get to the top, it's all salt. And you cap it and put it in the refrigerator. Now you have this fresh for when you want to use it. However, because it's been in the refrigerator under salt, it's not going to be as green as it was. It's going to have a little grayish, cast over it. I know a lot of people make pesto.
Yep.
And put it in the freezer, but I am not a fan of
Okay.
frozen pesto. My idea is, you want to make pesto? Great, make it now. Use it when your basil's gone. That's the end. I don't like the consistency or the look of it when it comes out of the freezer. It's too grayish looking. In Italy, if you were in Liguria, how much time do we have? If you were in Liguria, you would pick these leaves very smallest leaves, and then you have to take out the center stem, the vein. Okay? You
Yeah.
take that out. Now you're putting this in a mortar, a mortar with a wooden pestle. So the
Muddle it.
mortar is marble, and the pestle has to be wood. And you're pounding the hell out of these leaves. But because they're small, you don't have to pound so long. And if you had big, huge leaves, you'd be pounding and pounding and pounding. And then you add, you've got your salt, which is the abrasive that helps you pound those leaves down. You're adding pine nuts or walnuts. You're adding a good extra virgin olive oil, salt. You've got the salt, and you've got your pesto. And your cheese. You want to add some grated Parmigiano or Pecorino. Some people use walnuts instead of pine nuts. Both of those are fine. And then, put it in a jar and keep it in the refrigerator under oil. You'd have to put a layer of oil so that no air gets in there. And it'll stay like that for about a couple of weeks. But then, gradually as you use it, you would have to top it off again with oil. It's going to get a little grayish looking. I like that vibrant green.
Yeah. The color. I eat with my eyes a lot. I really do.
We all do, yeah.
I think it's important, and presentation makes a dish being
Sure.
spectacular or just being good.
Yeah.
One of our listeners wants to know how a quick recipe, if you have the time, make a watermelon salad. Could you get into
Ooh.
something like that?
Sure. Watermelon is something that the Sicilians really love. I mean, it's classic. It's the classic fruit there because it's so hot. So watermelon salad, first of all, I would get one of those personal watermelons, the smaller ones that don't have a lot
Sure.
of seeds. And then get a melon baller, and you cut the melon in half. And then with the melon baller, you want to go deep enough so that when you twist the melon baller around, you have a whole ball that comes out, not a semi ball. So you go deep into the flesh of the watermelon. Put the balls in a bowl, and then I like either with this blueberries or strawberries, but they must be organic because strawberries have 44 pesticides on them otherwise, and I don't think you want to do that.
Not
So
43, 44.
44 pesticides on strawberries. So add other fruits. You could add nectarines. You could add white peaches. And then I would make a dressing for this. You could put some herbs in there, put some basil. That would be nice with the salad. And then I would just do a nice honey type of dressing. So a little bit of honey, a little bit of lemon juice. Bingo. Mix it all up. Fresh fruit salad.
I saw someone do a caprese with that. Was balls of watermelon and grape tomatoes and mozzarella and a little vinegar glaze. It was nice. It looked great.
Another way to do it. Yeah.
You know, it's a perfect time of the year now for watermelon. So good. Oh my God. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Listen,
too, because it's got lycopene.
If people want to get your book, by the way, and you happen to have one handy, don't you?
Oh, I think I do. Let me see. Yes.
This is the most a book has been pushed on this show, and that's a tall comment. That's all I'm saying.
You know, this book just won the Independent Book Publishers of America's Silver Award. See,
I saw that. Congratulations.
So who won the gold? The White House chef. I was.
Oh, okay.
Wow, you're in good company.
I know.
You're in good company.
See, that was political. They
the White House chef.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can find this book on, ChowItalia.com. You can go on Amazon. Any bookstore will have it.
Amazon has it.
Amazon has it. Our website has it. Yeah.
Well, listen, we gotta wind up.
No,
when I know I got to have you on, and we should see if Louis can stick around for an extra hour. We'll do another hour here. I don't know, but the way it's going, it looks like we got to start thinking in that direction, Lou. I'll tell you, it's amazing how many people all of a sudden want to come on as a sponsor, which I have no more room right now.
Give them to me. I'll take them.
You'll take whatever I have.
I'll take sponsors.
Listen, we're going to see you at the feast, September 1st. The time, 4:30. We're under the Italian tent area. Get a glass of wine, sit down, and let's see what you're going to be preparing. Do you have any idea?
Oh, absolutely. I know what I'm going to prepare.
All right. Don't tell anybody.
Okay.
Don't. Shh.
Okay.
Listen, next week, we're going to do a show on chronic pain. A completely different show for us. It's serious. Have a pencil and paper ready, and Dr. Esposito is going to be joining us, and he's got some fantastic information for you. Mary Ann, Guy, ciao, baby. Take care of yourself.
Ciao, Lou.
Ciao, Lou.
Take care. Bye-bye.